Hello, folks, ladies, men, and everything in between and beyond. Welcome to the show where we try to take your favorite TEM or strategy and try to make it viable. We're quick, we're slick, we're 1Trick. I'm your host, Marco DeSantos, also known as TheMechanicritic, and with me is the ever amazing, ever wonderful Nagais 1Trick himself.
BanditKeeks.
Wow.
Welcome to our first episode, everyone.
This
Our
is
first official
absolutely
episode.
the first time we've ever done this. We've never done this before. There wasn't an episode we secretly lost because we lost too much memory on our computers. Absolutely not. None of that happened. We are
Yeah,
perfectly fine.
the first one.
This is absolutely the first one. You've never seen anything else before, everyone. So welcome to 1Tricks, a show where we take suggestions from the audience live on the Wiplump Lovers server and ask them, what's a TEM or a strat that you want to see in competitive? And Keeks and I will bend over backwards to make a team around it. Usually we look at the TEM, we analyze the TEM, find out a good niche for it, and then form a team around it. We usually do TVs, SVs, and moves for the TEM and strategy in question. And then the rest of the team is usually not that in depth. We just form the team and give them maybe an item or some crucial ability that they need to have to make the strategy work. But we won't go as deep as giving them all individual TVs because then the show would take a million years.
That's true.
The intro
All right.
slaps. Chat. You have to understand. You all slap. The show where we ask, what's a TEM? I don't know. Sometimes we ask questions and then we give answers. But right now, the one question I want to ask all of you is the very important one. What do you want to see us 1Trick now? So in the Lost Forbidden episode, we 1Tricked Osakai and figured out.
Yeah, the Lost Forbidden episode, which only managed to record half.
Yeah, it's truly
But we
unfortunate.
don't talk about that anymore.
We don't talk about it. Yeah, we don't talk about that. But
this is a clean slate, a fresh start for this show.
Right.
Let's get some new TEMs in the roster.
1Trick win types. Isn't that just the regular meta?
Oh no! Yes. Why would we just pick what is already being picked? Honestly, a team with 8 win types is viable in this meta. You just ban Grumper.
Can we stop? Okay. No, seriously, chat. Give us your 1Tricks. You want us to Tateru? We're getting a Tateru in chat.
Tateru is a very interesting term. It has so many niches. It has such a wide set of moves and very good stats. Actually, it's a very good jack of all trades. Tem, is this the Tem we're going to do for our very first episode? The CEO of Tem himself. We're getting some more suggestions here for
Taifu, Gary. For people who don't know, Gary is Gario or Garlio. I assume it's Gario,
Saharat.
right? Isn't Crema like Spanish?
No, it's just Gary. It's just Gary.
Oh, young Gary. Okay,
No, that's young Gary. That's a different Tem.
that's a different time. Right. Baharok, Volcrane. Wait, Baharok? Like
Baharak
Baharok.
is based. Yeah. It's
Not
like
Grandpa. Okay.
Pre-evolution of Grandpa.
I'd like another
I'm
opinion
guessing-
on how to run Tortonite. Oh, Tortellini is interesting. It's what I call Tortonite.
Yeah, totally. Tennis balls.
Tennis ball. SpongeBob references. Okay. Tateru sounds kind of dope. We have a bunch of people for Tateru.
Yeah, we have Tateru. We have some Garys here in the chat. Volcrane is an interesting thing because honestly, Volcrane is one that's very hard to actually run in this meta. What do you think about Volcrane, Marco?
Volcrane is very interesting because it just looks like a weird kaiju. I had a Volcrane on my first team, and it was a very interesting TEM, but it basically felt really weird because it didn't have any good moves, and I don't think it gained any new moves in the latest patch. I mean, here's the thing: if we pick,
I think it gained Flaming Meteorite, but
oh
it's still
wow,
a 3-2-hold move.
3-hold move that I get to use like once every match. Wow.
Yeah.
Water Guardian, Nagais, or Drakash, and Hiropokus. It seems like we've had more votes for Tateru. So is that what we're doing, Keeks? Is that
All
what
right,
we're doing?
chat. Let's get those final votes in.
Yeah.
Because we've got a lot of opinions here. Let's see what the majority opinion is. The first one was Tateru. Seems like we got a few Tateru votes here. But we
Yep.
do have a lot of other interesting themes. So let's get that final vote in for what our first episode will be.
Tateru. Tateru. Tateru seems to be really reoccurring. People like the Tateru. I guess they saw Musa and got really
Oh,
intimidated.
it's Rawiri.
It's Rowiri. Is Rowiri
And
the one with the Tateru?
yeah, Rawiri is the one that has the Tateru. And
What?
yes, even
What?
I was intimidated by it the first time I saw it.
What a Chad flex on this Tateru. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the
I guess
set
if
that
you,
Tateru runs is pretty bad, right?
like if you're watching this show and you haven't seen Rawiri yet, maybe you should finish the story first. Is my suggestion.
right. We won't
Because
spoil
we
it.
we've already spoiled the fact that Rawiri has a Tateru, but the reason why we are so intimidated by him,
Is
and spoiler alert here, is that he opens with a Luma Tateru.
Aluma Tateru? What a god! So maybe we go full Rowiri and start with Aluma Tateru.
Oh yes,
Yes.
it must be a Luma.
Yes, the Luma Tateru. If you're trying to run this comp, you actually have to get the Luma Tateru because it gives it a plus 20 intimidation stat, which makes your opponent misplay more. So that's part of our new strat.
Yeah, and Tateru is a very interesting theme because Mark, can you open its moves there? Like
No, let's open its page on the wiki, right?
All right. If
So
you actually look at Tateru's BST, it is
massive.
atrociously high.
It's massive. It
It's
has the second highest
488.
BSD in the game or something, right? Like,
Yeah, it's very close, I think, to first. It is definitely not first because we know who that is.
Mantis boy.
It's the no, it's not. It's the big boy Yowler.
Oh, right, it's Yowler. I think Tateru might be third after Mantis. I
Yeah,
think.
Mantis. Actually, I think Mantis just happens to have a very good spread because it has absolutely like crazy stats and everything, but special attack, which it doesn't even need.
Right. So let's look at Tateru's biggest strengths here, right? We have a giant HP stat, a massive stamina stat, which means you can stay in forever, a respectable special attack stat, mediocre speed.
You mean attack? Speed is pretty average.
It's
a
mediocre.
little below the line of
Defense is okay. That's not terrible. 66, not terrible.
66. Special defense is exactly the same, so it
You're
is tanky in both sides.
right, and it has soft touch and resilient as its abilities. Its special
So
attack is
both of
garbage,
these
but
Both of these traits aren't like game changing, but soft touch does give you an interesting amount of stuff to play around, especially since soft touch, like I think Tateru does have turbo choreography, right?
we can just check.
Am I correct here? It does. So this does give you an option to run stuff like Grandpa,
Like
which
a
has
Boozle
hypnosis.
set?
Like
Sorry,
Grandpa
Hypnosis and
has-
Boozles, yeah.
Yeah. So basically, you turbo them, and with soft touch, with Tateru can hit things that have been hypnoed and not wake them up. So that's quite interesting.
That's a thing. Here's one where you can't die from overexerting yourself. That doesn't seem very that doesn't seem very
it doesn't
good.
seem as great.
Well, number
Like,
one, your
sometimes
stamina
you
stat
actually-
is 85. When are you ever gonna overexert?
I mean, to be fair, with Stone Ball being one of your primary attacks, it does cost quite a lot. Oh, it has Bestial Charge. Not even gonna use that move.
So definitely
Yeah,
one of its stronger moves is Stone Ball, right?
Like look at the set of moves that it has. It's huge.
Right.
It just has so many options to run.
Well, it is a neutral. That's what they're good at, right?
Well, some neutrals are just good at hitting hard. Tateru, on the other hand, can hit hard, but it's more about the coverage when it comes to this stem.
I mean, neutral Tems don't really need coverage, right? Because neutral hits everything neutral. So, like,
Yeah.
literally it has
For
omni
mental.
coverage, so to speak. It
Yeah,
just
but
it
it
just
does-
needs a way to deal with mentals. Really.
All right, so when you look at this moveset, there are two main synergies that I want to bring up. First is Stone Ball,
Duh.
and Stone Ball has the reverse synergy of Tateru being a neutral, so it can get Kets on that fire type.
Yep. The Stone Ball synergy isn't that amazing though. Doesn't it just like make it burn? Yeah.
Yeah, it is it's a 2-turn burn, which is not bad. It's still good damage, and it does lower their damage output by 33%, if I'm correct.
Right. You also gain access to Major Slash, which is pretty good. It's a 150 base
Major
power.
Slash. which is just worse Savage Suplex, by the way.
I mean, sure, but like only like two things can learn Savage Suplex. So like, chill, okay. Besides,
Man,
the one difference between that and Savage Suplex, I believe, is I just typed suplex instead of Savage Suplex. Excuse me. Yeah, okay.
It's
It's the
exactly
stamina
the same.
cost and the exhausted condition.
Yeah, it means suplex is just strictly a superior move.
Right, but remember, you're Tateru and you have 83 or 85 stamina, so the stamina difference isn't that big.
Yeah,
The
and
exhaustion's really the bigger thing here.
yeah, and given how high Tateru's actual attack stat is, this Major Slash hits mostly everything quite hard.
So it seems like we have a few directions we can go in, right? We could create some sort of weird sleep team. We could create some sort of weird aggro team with a bunch of fires in it, right? It seems like Tateru also has a decent number of supporting moves. It has Lullaby,
Yeah,
Sacrifice, Turbo
Perfect
Choreo.
Jab honestly is also kind of a supporting move.
Perfect Jab would just go in the aggressive team, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
Cage is another
it
option.
also has Cage.
Tateru also has Nox Bomb coverage actually, which is pretty good if you're running a Ket's team.
Nox
I
Bomb's
mean,
pretty good too, yeah?
if you're running a Raikan specifically or a K-Pyre, most of the time it's going to be waters that you're scared of, and Tateru can cover that with Nox Bomb.
Yeah, that
It's not
sounds...
stab, but it's still very strong just because
I
of
mean,
Tateru's base.
and also just because it's a time to effective move, right? Like, so long as
Yeah,
that opposing tem isn't running 500 TVs in defense or something, you know?
yeah, it will hurt a decent amount.
Right. So this is kind of like the problem with neutral tems is that they have the four move syndrome, which is I wish I had more move slots syndrome.
Yeah,
Because if we could just run all the moves, it would be way stronger than it is. So
yeah.
definitely, let's decide on our direction right now, Keeks. Do we want like more of a aggressive Tateru? Do we want more of a defensive Tateru? Do we want more of a support Tateru? What are we doing with this?
Yeah, there are very honestly, it's a very interesting first episode for us because there are so many different options. Honestly, we could do 2, 3 episodes on Tateru and make 3 different builds for it, given how many options it has. But I think for now, given how the meta is, the best way for Tateru to go is as a PJAB supporter or and coverage for our Ketsa users out there.
So with that in mind, you kind of build some sort of weird aggressive Tateru. So in my mind, it's like this, right? You have soft touch because like the other ability is quite literally useless. So this one at least you can get some use out of it if it ever happens, and like I don't know,
Yeah,
an Oxalotl decides to sleep on you or something. So definitely we're taking Stone Ball, right? We're definitely also
yeah. Stone
taking
Ball is
P Jab.
yeah.
Um,
The Stone Ball gives you a very good opener if it's going to be a Ketsa mirror for some reason.
right,
Because Ketsa is actually so popular nowadays that like most teams have at least one Ketsa user. Either it's Fire Koish or Raikan.
right.
Some people still prefer to run K-Pyre, but a little less frequently than the other two.
Makes sense. Here's the real question, Keeks, and you know this might sound like sheer insanity, right? Do we run no neutral moves in this time?
It's possible because if our goal is not entirely to just deal a lot of damage, then we could run a more supportive fourth move here. But like right now, the base option here is Major Slash, right? So just fill it in with Major Slash because that's our primary
See,
option. But
here's my other point. This boy can learn Cage.
but my it could also learn turbo choreography.
There's so much it can do.
There's so much Tateru can actually do.
Right. It can
Like
learn.
honestly, Turbo is very interesting because that also gives you an option to run Grandpa and Volorend for very good use.
Sure, but we're already decided on running it as a support for Quetz users, right? And
And
Volorend
to be,
and
I mean, look, it doesn't discount the fact that you could also just bring Wind Thames and also run Turbo
I
choreography.
mean, I guess that's true. You know what? Maybe Turbo
Like,
is the right move. So we're actually running more of a support set, right? Like, we don't actually need to deal that much damage with Stone Ball and Noxious Bomb. We just need to threaten with them. Which means it's time to go to our everybody's favorite Temtem damage calculator. Thank you so much to Tem Team. Great tool for competitive. Anybody? Like, we don't need to sing Tem Team's praises. Full sacrifice comp, chat says. Geeks, do we do a full sacrifice comp?
Let's stick to something. Well, I guess the point of 1Tricks is to try to get a tem that doesn't get used too often, and slot it into a team that can actually succeed in comp.
So no
full
memes.
sacrifice. Full sacrifice is kind of a meme. It can work sometimes, but we're trying to make something that is more consistent. And basically, we let you run that one tem or that one synergy that you want to hit in comp, and you won't have like a win rate of 30% with it.
Okay, so I need to do some calculations on Noxious Bomb and on Stone Ball just to make sure that they're threatening enough that we're threatening the things we want to threaten out. Who's the water tem we're scared of?
It's Ukama. It's 100% Ukama.
Okay, how much HP does Ukama usually run?
Put its speed at 157 total.
Here we go again with you and your totals. You should just memorize the freaking TV investment.
The TV is hard to memorize. It's not 300. It's like 250, maybe.
No, it's like 100 something.
Oh, it's less. It's even less.
There, 180.
Yeah, 180 seems okay.
Yeah, 173 to be exact.
All right, 173, and then you put 500 minus 173 into HP, because it has 500 special attack almost all the time. 499 to be exact.
All right, 499, and then we pump everything else into HP. 328. Cool. So we need Noxious Bomb to do something.
Like a point in defense. Like, can you drop the HP so that it gets like 1 point in defense? Is that still possible to like optimize the build?
Okay, well, we can double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
There you go.
Let's see if we can get another point in defense. Nope, doesn't give you an extra point in defense, unfortunately.
It's probably going into special defense then, right?
We'll check special defense. 1 point gives you 1 special defense.
Yeah, that's where it's going then. So it doesn't matter for the case of Noxious Bomb here.
Okay, yeah.
So uninvested, it's already dealing 37. That's pretty good.
Yeah, an uninvested 37 damage against Ukama. By the way, Ukama's stats aren't terrible. It has mediocre defense, but its HP stats.
Why aren't we running War Drum?
On Tateru?
Yeah.
It seems really interesting.
That is 3 melee. Those are 3 physical attacks.
3 physical attacks, and it would be supporting Quetz users who are also physical attackers, right?
Yep.
And the Quetz users that come to my mind are Fire Koish, who runs Fire Chip, and Raikan, who runs Sweatband, and not War Drum.
Yeah. So War Drum here seems like a very good option.
Yeah, seems like a very decent option, and it fills the support role as well. So we're dealing 40% to Ukama.
It also looks like if you're going to be running another neutral, it could be contesting Scunch for a Water Drum, but you could also just be running a move flank with the Resi badge, or Scunch with Resi badge. Honestly, both work.
Yeah. Okay, we're literally uninvested, and this trade doesn't look terrible at all. Okay, this isn't Hydrologist yet. My bad.
Can you hit 50%?
I mean, absolutely, if we just pump 500 in here, we're dealing like 50-something%, right?
Okay, let's try to hit. Well, I don't think Ukama's run like full HP nowadays, so I don't think it's worth trying to cover a full HP Ukama.
Maybe, well, here's the real question, right? I mean, we're assuming that... So definitely this thing isn't going fast. Do you want it to go fast? I don't think you do, right? Or rather, attempting to invest too much in the speed is not really that important, right?
It's a very interesting question because there is an option for you to outrun your Ketsa users so that you can P-jab before they Kets. But that also means that your Kets users will not be investing in any speed either. It makes your overall team quite slow.
Right. I don't think that's...
Specifically, it's 157 speed slow.
Yeah, I don't think that's ideal.
Can we check how much investment Tateru needs to hit 156?
Okay.
Speed.
I think you'd need like 300 for that. Oh no, no, not just
Oh,
300.
500?
No,
Oh, it's
not
not
even
worth it,
not
guys.
even
You
500
don't
gets it
really,
there.
don't do it.
Don't do it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
Only Skunch does this, guys.
Because Skunch has the speed to be able to do it. So
Skunch has a little bit more speed. Well, actually, no. It's like that's a lie. It's like 10 to 20 points higher.
10 to 20 points higher is a lot of extra speed. What the hell are you talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah. Don't do this on Tateru. It looks like you can't run your PJab before your kits, so that's a little unfortunate.
So
But
does that mean we
we've
don't?
got some other things to do.
Yeah, it's okay.
You want to,
You. Here's the thing, right? Why P-Jab with the Kets user? Just Stoneball / Noxus Bomb the thing, right? Like,
does that mean we can remove PJab from our moveset?
see,
I
that's
actually
a
think we can still outspeed a bunch of other physical attackers. Like, given that we're probably running two neutrals, I'm fairly certain, and with turbo choreography, we're going to be running a two vine in this team. Like, I'm almost sure of it.
right. Well, P-Jab is still useful even if it doesn't do that synergy because you can just P-Jab them now, and then when the Quetz user comes in on a future turn, they can one-shot it, right? So it's fine.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't need to do the one turn P-Jab
Yeah,
kill.
the only problem here, it's still the four. It's also five move syndrome for Tateru because P-Jab is still a solid option, but would you rather have a major slash in there?
Right. How much damage does a major slash do in comparison to using? I just want to check. I just want to check, okay? I just want to check. Don't judge me. Oh, look, it deals more damage.
Then Noxious Bomb.
Yep.
All right. So it can definitely like, actually, we don't. That means we don't have to invest to 50 on Noxious Bomb because we can just do Noxious into Major Slash and it'll still kill because Major Slash just deals more damage.
Well, we do 40 and then...
That's 40 uninvested.
Yeah, okay, here's the thing. Remember, we will die against Ukama before any of that happens. So we need to do something first to not die.
Oh no, that's because you're at 0 HP.
Yeah, exactly. So let's start investing in defenses first, right?
500 HP, as is common.
As
nowadays.
is standard in Temtem. Let us see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we can optimize it to 496. That means we don't get one shot by Ukama anymore because the best it
you
can
don't
do
get
is water
two shots
cannon
by
after.
Yeah, even if it's synergy water cannon with aquatic whirlwind, you don't die into a two-turn against Ukama. They will have to double in your Tateru.
Okay, here's a real interesting point, Geeks. It seems that by investing 500 TVs into attack or whatever, we're only getting like an extra 15% damage or something. Like,
We're not doing 500. We're definitely not doing 500. It's not even worth it because
yeah, it's not.
it's going to be a two-shot regardless, right? So it's likely going to be like a 200 investment in attack or something
Well,
like that.
let's check. Let's just check so that Major Slash and Tox Bomb comboed together create the one shot. So you need like 230.
Let's bump this Ukama's HP up a little bit more just to be safe. Like, let's drop its speed to like, I don't know, 146?
146 total. Okay. I hate you. I hate you.
Honestly, it's hard for me to remember the exact TVs because those aren't the spreads that I run. I just know the speed tiers that you want to be hitting at the current level, which is 58. Like, maybe you're watching this YouTube in the future, and we're already at 68. So
46.
this video... So, honestly, if you're watching this in the future and we're already at a different level cap from 58, disregard this entire TV's part. Just skip to the team building and like move set choices.
Right, but that's a long ways away, you know.
280. Is this Major Slash? It is
yeah, that's Major Slash. So that we're still nowhere near. See, I think this is my problem. I think we're investing way too much. Right?
I don't believe so. I think this is a worthy investment.
48, 51. So 48.2. 48.2. And then for Major Slash, it's 41.79. Okay, it's exactly. This exact attack kills it. Exactly.
Are you sure?
It's 41.7. Okay, look, it's 51.79 plus 48.21. It's exactly 100.
It is. Huh. Okay.
Okay, we can drop some points until we drop down to.
There you go. That's 278, I think. 279.
Yeah, there you go.
I would invest a little bit of speed, actually, I think.
What are we trying to outspeed at this point? Oh, 150. Two vine.
Well, the first two vine, I think. The first turn on a two vine.
Why?
Or honestly, what other physical attackers would you be using? Do we run Yowler?
I don't know yet. And if it's Yowler, then the speed doesn't matter.
Yeah, if it's Yowler, it doesn't matter.
If it's Yowler, the speed doesn't matter. Here's my real question. Why are we investing in speed? Like, it seems like... Here's the thing. I think the only reason we would want to invest in speed is if there's an opposing tem we want to outspeed.
Yeah, actually, right now, I don't think we want to invest in any speed. Let's try to figure out the rest of our team first, and then we can see if we need to break any speed tiers with Perfect Jab.
Alright, okay, but first let's import over the TVs over here.
Because
so we still have around 226 defenses. Sorry, TVs. For possible defenses, etc. Oh, item War Drum, for sure.
Yeah, War Drum looks like a very good item.
So when you have a War Drum user and a neutral, I mean, like, the team basically builds itself, right? Like, you need this boy, you need this boy.
Exactly.
Here's the thing, Raikan or K-Pyre? That's really interesting.
K-Pyre does get a good amount of... I think the reason why people run Raikan over K-Pyre is because Raikan can
snowball.
It's a little... Yeah, it's more snowbally as a term. And it's tankier. K-Pyre, though, can set up on the first turn and will basically run the game over once it has.
Yeah. But it seems like in the meta, more defensive tems... And like, you either need to be super defensive or super fast, right? Like, being in a weird in-between usually doesn't yield great results. That tends to be what it is, right? You need the niche, and your niche needs to be really specialized. Sorry, I'm looking for Sweatband. Where's Sweatband? There you go. I mean, this is like... Oh, by the way, in case it wasn't very clear, the sole reason you run these two is for this one move.
Cats.
Yeah.
Are you going to press other things? Quite possibly, but your first option is always, can I catch this turn?
Right. So this is brain dead obvious, right?
Yeah.
We're not gonna do any of the other moves. Like, these are the important parts of these two tems, right?
Okay. We're going to leave one more slot so that we have another neutral tem to run in this team. So let's leave slot number 4 for a second neutral that we will see depending on the rest of the team.
Okay, I'm just gonna slot in Momo there as like a Malflank there as a placeholder, but it's not necessarily gonna be Malflank.
Yeah. So what else are we looking for? Since we have Turbo, I think we have a decent number of wind. Actually, type in wind here so that we get the options that we have for wind type tems we can run.
We have Barnshi. Barnshi is also very interesting. So we can run Barnshi Grandpa, for example, because both of those are Hypno users, right? And then we can actually make use of Soft Touch.
Oh, does Barnshi still run Hypno? I actually don't know.
I mean, I don't know, but it could. We're building a team around the freaking Tateru.
No, my question is, like, does it even have it in its moveset?
Oh, did they change it?
Because
it has Lullaby, not Hypno. Dang, you're right.
Okay, it has Lullaby and Relax. Yeah, because, like, I only ever run my Barnshi to be hitting things very hard.
Man, I'm remembering an old meta game then. So I for sure know Grandpa learns Hypno, right?
Yes, Grandpa for sure learns Hypno. So
this
is a very good time. And it synergizes with your Soft Touch.
Yeah, that's the point. And it wants the speed anyway. Last Rush.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a real question.
Last Rush?
When you can just run Bully, right?
Yeah.
Because this team, well, like Fire Koish, Raikan, Fire Koish and Raikan will just blast a hole in the opposing team.
Yeah.
And then you'll most likely get something.
So by the time Grandpa is in, you should be leading.
So obviously with this...
Lead, Possible for Grandpa to lead.
We have a hyperkinetic, right? Like, duh.
Yeah, you have a turbo user, so you're definitely running. You might as well also run turbo on him.
Right. Which means we still need a secondary wind tem. But, you know, at that point, it's just bird, right? It's just other bird.
It's Volrend. It could be Tuvine. My first option here is actually Tuvine because Tuvine will cover the mental weakness for your two neutrals.
Sounds good. And yeah, we have a lot of sure, Tuvine. Determined or receptive?
Determined.
I'm thinking about receptive all of a sudden. Nothing literally interacts with that, so
Like,
never mind.
yeah.
What do we run as an item? Is there a specific item that's really important in this one?
I mean, you're already giving Sweatband and War Drum to other people, so Tuvine, I guess, could have an Ice Cube so that it doesn't get too hurt by an opposing Ketsa. What else could it run, actually? Oh, No, I was about to say, it could run Doppelganger.
No.
Don't do that. Tuvine has a bad matchup into the other two.
Double screen? Double screen's not too terrible.
Yeah, double screen's not bad here.
Yeah, and it works against the biggest thing that you're scared against, which is Fire Quash.
What if you run Tuvine as a Nagai's counter and run Drill?
What's Nagais? What's that? I've never heard of that, damn.
Well,
Shuin's
to be fair,
Horn?
there's an option for Shuin's Horn because we have no waters yet.
Oh, well, Koish.
Oh, you're right. I forget that Koish is actually also a water type.
Yeah,
Do we want to give Koish water cannon synergy, or is that like asking for too much?
I think that might be asking for too much, right?
Yeah,
All
but
you
it
get
is going to get water cannon either way.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you get the 25% damage boost from Synergy Master. So
Oh, that's true, yeah.
that could be relevant.
Oh, wait. We just run Other Bird. Other Bird is toxic.
Okay. Sorry, we just call all the bird thems birds.
Bird and Other Bird. Actually, just run all three birds.
What? Don't you just... You know what? Why don't we just run Gaialis?
Oh. Wait, why are we running Gaialis?
I'm just making a joke.
Okay. Put Tuvine back in.
Put Tuvine back in,
Put
you
him back in,
filthy
coach.
animal. He's ready, coach. He's
Put
ready.
him in, coach.
Put him in, coach. Okay, well, for this one, for sure, we are running Fast Bird, right?
Yeah, Fast Bird.
And this one definitely has Hyper. Here's the real question, though. What item do you give this one?
This is the Doppel user. There's so many Volrens in competitive that you might as well. Like, if you're not giving it Sweatband, give it Doppel.
Right.
Hand Fan.
Important note:
Okay,
you need a specific stamina stat for this boy. We need to get
103 TVs. This one I know in TVs because it's my build.
right.
It's
So
103 TVs, 497 speed, everything else in HP.
so this is actually a really interesting point that we debated on a lot before, and it's about whether or not you should invest in speed or special attack for your Volorend. And we did some quick maths. 2 + 2 is 1 minus.
maths.
Yeah, 2 + 2. 4 minus 1 is 3. Quick maths. The big point here is that we figured out that if you're talking about individual damage over multiple turns, investing in special attack is actually better than investing in speed, which seems very obvious, right? The damage difference is actually pretty big over 2 to 3 turns. The special attack Volorend effectively deals around like 10%-ish, 10-15%-ish more damage if you do Blizzard Hyperkinetic compared to a Speed Volorend that's doing Blizzard Hyperkinetic, right? That's a big difference. So
Okay, I'm looking at our team right now, and I already see the biggest hole.
I mean, we can just look at resistances.
No, I don't even have to look at resistances here, because as a person who personally uses the counter to this team, what are we gonna do if there's a Nagai Scrumper? Right.
So the Nagais Grumper is going to be really, really terrible because we need to ban Nagais for sure, right? Our team can't go slower than the enemy team. We get screwed. So what happens if we're left with freaking...
So Grumper gets in.
Right. So what do we do against Grumper? And this is why I kind of didn't want to run Tuvine.
Oh, Tuvine doesn't actually take...
No, yeah, but what do you do against Grumper? It's not like you're going to do anything against it.
I mean, Crystal Plume deals neutral to it. I think maybe we run. What do we run in our last slot to cover the Grumpers? To cover possible Grumpers and electric Koishes.
Okay, so chat is saying all three birds and then just ban Grumper. No, we can't because we need to ban Nagais.
Yeah, the problem here is that I think Nagais is an even worse problem than Grumper.
Right.
Grumper will hit you for effective, but Nagais is going to turn everything here slow, like literally all of them, except for Tateru itself.
I mean, the real answer would be to just make this Tem into Yowler.
Yeah, but Yowler still takes damage from Tateru. I mean, not Tateru, Nagais.
We're banning Nagais.
Oh, you're right. Oh yeah, okay. Now this makes more sense to me. We're banning the guys, so that means you get a comebacker here for your
Here's the real question.
Grumper,
Just give me.
Oshi Dashi.
Does Grumper run defensive stats or is it just health?
It's 500 HP.
All right, because it has that.
I mean,
it has the heal, right? Inductor
Yeah.
or whatever.
like,
Chamomile.
the most you're gonna get is like 1 extra point in defense.
Okay, let's just assume the worst, and he runs enough for an extra point in defense. There you go.
Yeah.
So let's see whether an Oshi will threaten this thing.
You're faster. You're slower than it, right?
Right.
You're one.
Wait, just chill, okay? Just chill.
Yeah, Thunderstrike, and then make sure to account for the comebacker.
Resi badge definitely goes on this boy.
Yeah, unless you want to run Chamomile, also possible.
Also possible. I don't know. It just seems like, you know, Chamomile would be interesting if you're running what's the name of the move? Hibernate, right? But this team doesn't look like it'll be hibernating anytime soon, right? Like we're.
Yeah, I think you just want to be smacking things around.
Hey, look, 82%.
All right, dude, 82. That's almost a one shot.
Right, and literally, even if you don't super effective into it, literally just like hit it with a fire move and whatever, it'll die, right? Like let's just double check, right? Let's see. Raikan.
Oh, it'll also just die to a Tateru perfect jab into anything Oshi, anything that Yowler does, I think.
Yeah, for sure. But I just want to check something, and if we quets this boy, as
it's not gonna deal too much.
No, but
like,
it just needs to deal 18% to kill the Grumper. Is my point.
Afterwards, like Yowler is definitely going slower.
No, before.
Oh, I guess you're not getting a prideful stack, but all right.
Okay, it's not enough. It's not enough. Unfortunate.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, you didn't get synergy. Will that actually make a difference?
Oh. Not enough of a difference. That's rough.
Yeah.
Okay, if it's not Quetzal and, you know, you do something like, I don't know, Fierce Claw.
Fierce Claw.
No, it's not.
Still enough.
Embers would burn it. That doesn't deal enough because burn only deals
6.25.
and besides it has chamomile, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's not getting burned.
Okay, that's really
Koish can deal damage to it though. Koish can water cannon it.
Oh yeah, if Koish just water cannons.
Yeah, but the problem is Koish is going to be taking a Thunderstrike. It's not going to be hitting Grumper. I mean, it's not going to be hitting Yowler. It's going to be hitting Koish.
Yeah, okay. If we don't get comebacker synergy, how much damage... Sorry, comebacker proc, how much damage does Yowler deal then?
Like probably around 60, 50. Because it's a 50% damage increase with comebacker.
Right. Okay, I'm just going to turn the ability off. Yeah, so you deal around 50.
54. I don't think you can kill.
That doesn't actually sound like a really good counter then.
What do you mean? Like
this doesn't... Yeah, Yowler doesn't sound like a really good counter then, because it's slow, and then Grumper gets 2 moves off, and remember, Grumper heals every time it does this. So... It doesn't sound like a good counter. We need something that's faster than Grumper and punches Grumper.
Scunch? Scunch.
Scunch might be interesting. Let's try Scunch.
It's going to be a P-jab into something else. P-jab into Kets, but that's not going to work. But, like, 100%...
Oh my god, it learns
Oshi
Haito. It learns Haito.
Haito can't sleep it, though.
No, but I'm just
It's
saying.
ca-
I'm saying if we put the Scunch in, it can learn Haito and it can synergize with Soft Touch.
Oh, that's true.
Okay, yeah, we're dealing 50 uninvested.
Yikes, Oshi, dude.
Wait, why
Give
are
it
we
Resi
dealing
badge.
50 uninvested?
Give it Resi badge. Well, no,
That doesn't change
that's not gonna
anything.
actually, yeah, that's not gonna change anything. It's
Oh, we haven't even given it Brawny yet. Oh my god. Freaking Scunch, dude.
do the 500 attack.
Oh, there's
No,
93%.
so close. Well, to be fair, you can kill it with Ketsa now.
Yeah, it'll literally die to the Quetzal. So I think Scunch might be the actual correct choice.
We give it plus War Drum, but we already have War Drum on Tateru.
Well, okay, let's try
Wait.
War Drum. Okay, I mean, assume it has War Drum. Assume Tateru is with it, then it would one-shot Grumper. Because War Drum applies to the allied them too, right? So if Tateru and
Yeah.
Scunch are on the field, then Grumper dies.
The unfortunate part here is that this Scunch's P-Jab is going before our Tateru's P-Jabs, which is overall a little bit less damage, but doesn't matter because
We're
they're
killing.
probably not leading. You're not leading Grumper into two melees,
Yeah.
two quote-unquote melees.
Yeah, they're here
Even
to...
with
Okay, definitely Haito. Definitely Oshi. And definitely Savage Suplex, right?
yeah, definitely. Honestly, even Haito's like the usual. That's P-Jab.
Yeah, that's B-Jab.
You need a zero hold move.
Yeah.
No questions asked.
And
that.
this one gets the... What item do we put on this?
I would give it Resi badge, but it only gets Resi badge bonus from Suplex. Is
mean-
it worth it? I think honestly it is.
I mean,
Could
honestly,
be.
it is. Every point of damage you can eke out is good, right?
Yeah. And given you're running 500 attack, very likely.
And this is basically... Scunch is basically a redundancy to your Tateru, right?
What if we gave it
Coward's Cloak?
a? What if we? I was thinking giving it a defensive item, but we're probably not running any HP on this at all, like at all.
Yeah, it'll come and blast something and then that's it, right?
Yep. This is probably going to be 0 HP. It's going to be all speed, all attack.
Yeah. Okay, something like 500 attack is important. Bring it down.
And the
so...
reason
Yeah, there you go.
The reason why we do this is because most Hinus are now spec'd to just kill you at 500 HP. Or if they're not, they'll kill you at like 300 HP. Either way, you just have to go before Hinu before it can kill you.
Here's
And
the really
only way for
interesting
it
thing. Do we want to
Right,
instead
but-
run Ninja Jutsu? Instead?
Ninja Jutsu is a very interesting choice as well. It gives you an extra prio move, but I don't think you should be I think you have to give up Haito or Oshi for it.
Then it... so you feel like Savage is that important.
Savage is indeed that important. It's such a huge boost in power. And it hits neutrally, which is the biggest deal here.
Okay, so some absurd amount of points in speed or whatever. I don't care at the
Yeah,
point.
it's actually just all speed.
Okay. There you go. So literally,
Is it only
Scunch's
160?
job is to come out and like hit something and then die on the turn it comes out. Perfection.
Yeah. Either way, you want it to be hitting so hard that you're going to be winning the trade. Like Scunch is trading probably 2 for 1 or 1.5 for 1.
All right. I mean, that's all that needs to do. And it also synergizes with your Tateru, because if it Haitos and sleeps the thing, and then Tateru hits it and somehow doesn't die, then, you know, congrats. It's still asleep. Okay, Tuvain.
Let's look at our resistances again.
Yeah, sure. We're still freaking weak to electricity, not that that matters much.
Yeah, I think the only other electric in the meta is Electric Koish, which will be losing to Tuvine, actually. Tuvine wins that.
Right, because Tuvain's defense is just crazy. Look at that,
Yeah,
111.
Tuvine's defense is crazy high, and it deals double damage to Electric Koish because Electric is weak to Crystal.
Okay, I mean,
Unless
this
it's
one's definitely... I mean, just run whatever Tuvine set. Like we don't need to run. We don't need to pick the
Yeah,
specific thing.
CPG, Feather Gatling.
Yeah. But what
Uh,
item do we give this one? Double screen? Yeah, we agreed on double screen, right?
yeah, it's either double screen or ice cubes, one or the other.
Double screen's probably
Both
better than
are,
ice cubes.
yeah. I would say it's obviously it's more of a catch-all, but like most of the problems Tuvayan gets into are melees or fires, so you could get rid of one of those quite effectively
You're
with
right.
ice cubes. But either way, if you're watching this YouTube video, you do know that ice cubes is an option, but we're going to put double screen on it for now.
Indeed. Sounds good to me. Last time.
Okay, let's check coverage and resistances this time. Oh wait, no, we can't do coverage because we haven't filled up our move slots.
I mean, we don't really need that much coverage now, right? Like, I guess you have a problem with melees and mentals.
We're hitting crystals so hard.
Yeah, we have a bunch of fires and melees.
Our problem is mentals, right?
Yeah, that is one of our big weaknesses, especially in our resistances.
Mentals. Oh my god, it's Gaialis.
Is it Gaealis? See, I told you, dog. Wait, if it's Gaealis, then he gets War Drum. Dang.
Oh yeah, there's so many Wardrum users here. Okay, let's try to stray away from the Gaialis pit because Gaialis fits literally in every comp.
And that's like
Let's
saying,
try
oh,
to do
hey, wait a minute. You mean fits in every comp?
something.
Oh, genius. Technically, the team resists most
We've got a suggestion to put a Grumper in. What would a Grumper do for this comp?
shoot electricity.
Yeah, but what is it trying to cover? It will be covering the mental slot.
I guess it covers the wind slot that we apparently can't cover.
Oh no, that's wind is covered. Ketsa will cover the wind.
It's just called
Sponge will
hitting.
cover it.
It's just called killing them.
Yeah. So I wouldn't worry so much about the not covering the winds thing because basically if you're hitting winds neutrally, you're hitting it decently hard. Winds aren't that tanky.
What if
aside
we
from,
just-
like, Divine to
What if we just go insane and just like put all the P-Jab users?
What if we? Oh wait, that's another mental weakness.
Yeah, I'm kidding.
That's my only issue.
That's it. No, not only issue. I'm kidding. It's
Wait,
terrible.
no. If you can't run P-Jab, why don't you run Humiliating Slap instead? Calibus learns that.
Do we need Calibus?
Calibus could work.
Well, Calibus, for example, if we just give it mucus, it also basically resists, quote unquote,
Oh, no, it doesn't resist.
quote unquote.
This is another weak. Yeah, it's another weakness to electrics here. It's a pretty notable weakness.
I don't think we want to double down
Never-
too much on it.
I think most of our Thems resist fire right now, correct? Can you check our resistances? Can we afford to put a Nidrasil in here?
And Nidrasil just to kill opposing Kinus.
No, that's an Orpheus job.
Oh my god.
Because try Apothecary could be useful here.
It doesn't seem like we need this kind of pivot, stall pivot, though. It doesn't seem like we need that kind of Tem.
Okay, let's try to take it off.
This is,
let's try to.
This is actual insanity, okay? But how is Mix? How about Mix?
Mix to hit the mentals, but also being a mental.
While also
Can you check
resisting
resistance?
mental, but also it's crystals, so we can now run Toxic Bloom.
Yeah, this is a pretty good option, I think. Can you check resistances and coverage now that we have a mix in the mix in the mix?
A mix in the mix. It makes our Earth worse, but like whatever, right? We have a bunch of we have this boy to just deal with Earths.
Yeah, you also have Tateru to deal with it.
How does Tateru deal with it?
P-Jab.
I guess.
Yeah, and it's not like like Grandpa itself will not be getting hurt by Earth types in general. I guess aside from Wolfie, but that's because Wolfie has Plague and not because it is an Earth type.
Do we do Puppet Master? I assume it's Puppet
Yeah,
Master, right?
yeah. Let's not do anything crazy with Rejuvenate Mix for today. And we also already have so many physical hitters that we really do not need another one.
Size
Oh my
Surge?
god, it runs Humiliating Slap.
Genius.
It's a P-Jab.
Can we not? Can we stop?
It's a P-Jab user.
I mean, if you want more P-Jab users, Stuvine also learns this, I think.
Oh, you're right. It's
There you
also a P-Jab user.
Everyone's a P-Jab user now. No, that's insanity. Stop.
Okay, maybe just one of them runs it.
No, please. We already
Okay,
have two! We already have two!
Okay, it's not going to be Mix. It's going to be Two Fine, probably. But let's try to fill in Mix's moves.
Wolfie to
slots.
hit Koish. Threaten Grumper.
Wolfie doesn't actually hit Koish effectively because the most likely Koish you're running into is Fire.
Do we get even any of the synergies that Wolfie needs? We got Earth synergy for Bush? No, we don't. Dust Vortex. We don't need Dust. Okay, we don't need Earth for sure as a coverage type because we have Fire and Melee already, and they're definitely covering everything that Earth ever wants to cover, you know?
Yeah. Alright, so
It doesn't seem like Wolfie's
I don't-
fulfilling anything here. Quicksand?
I mean Wolfie's pretty useful, but I don't think on this comp it's what we're looking for.
Quicksand, aka worse Turbo Choreo.
Yeah, I guess we are worried about the electric Koish, right? So we need something to cover Grumper / electric Koish in the slot again, just to make sure it's not getting wildly out of hand.
How do we kill Electric Koish?
Wait a second, we were thinking about Mix. Mix covers electric Koish.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's Mix is a great slot here. It also gives your Volrend another Toxic Plume synergy, which is always a plus.
Right. I assume you run Psy Surge?
Yeah, Psy Surge, Energy Manip, and Cage.
Cage sounds really good. I want to put a cage on this team because this team looks like it wants a cage.
I mean, like, if you want to feel particularly spicy, don't run Energy Manipulation and run Humiliating Slap instead.
No, stop. Please.
Yeah, it's Energy Manipulation.
What
You want
item
the
do you put on
priority
this? I forget.
here. It could run Turban, basically to live, or Ice Cubes, basically to live a Ketsa. Turban to
Basically,
live like a Dust Fort.
the item for this one, chat, or if you're watching this on YouTube, the item for this one is whatever calculation you need to get into Puppet Master without dying, okay?
Yep, that's exactly what you need.
Alright, I don't care what item we put on this anymore.
Yeah, so it's either Rock Shield, Turban, or Ice Cubes, depending on what you really want, just to get into your perfect Puppet Master range. But yeah, this team is looking quite good. Let's fill up all of the move slots so that
We can see coverage.
Yeah.
Okay, so this
Well,
one's
that's
definitely a
fine.
Rainbow Guard. Oh, it can also learn Hypnosis?
Yeah.
Oh, Soft Touch? Soft Touch?
You know what? That thing is definitely going to be faster than our Tateru, because
No, but here's
I
the real
think we
question.
want-
Why are we hypnosising when we can Quetza? Okay?
yeah, that's the real answer there.
Do we run any of the roars? I don't think so.
No, just run Fierce Claw and Embers and Meteor Swarm.
Right, because we need a spread move. Meteor Swarm gets synergy from other fires.
Yeah, and you have a Fire Torch. It's fine. You're not really using it for
Yeah, you're using it for the spread.
the synergy. Yeah. And Fierce Claw just to hit things neutrally.
Yep.
That's done. Okay, this one can deal with. I actually think the last slot should be Willpower Drain, but that gives you zero hold.
It can learn
moves.
humiliating slap.
Oh no! This is it, boys. Everything is a P-jabber.
Everything is a P jabber. No, that's a meme. Don't do it. Wind Burst is okay. Okay. Hypoxia is pretty good.
Yeah, our problem here is that our grandpa is not running Sweatband, so it will OX quite easily, given how
Yeah, this is probably
stamina
willpower
heavy.
drain, right?
Yeah, but that gives you the problem now that your grandpa cannot open. So do not pick it first. Do not switch it on a death
Yes.
because it will stand there for one turn doing nothing.
Right.
I mean, let's give it an alternative. Like, what if we're not running this set? What are we running?
I mean,
What do we remove?
we need everything, so just run hypoxia, right? So like willpower drain slash hypoxia, depending on how aggressive you want this grandpa to be.
You can do wind burst just so you don't run out of stamina like actually immediately.
I mean, sure, wind burst possible alternative. Here's my point, right? This grandpa's coming in when you've killed something already and you swap into it, right? Like that's what actually
Yeah, but
it's doing.
yeah, that's true. But like, you always want to account for the possible. I need to switch it in on a death, and
Okay,
you really don't want it to switch in, do nothing for one turn.
sure. Okay, this one's obvious, right?
I mean,
Blizzard.
it's crazy, but should we not run turbo? No, that's crazy talk. We run turbo.
Okay, then we don't run Blizzard, right?
No, I was thinking about the grandpa moveset. Like, this is like such a huge 5 move syndrome for grandpa. Like, it
Ah,
wants to run all of its moves.
yeah. Okay, well, I mean, this one's easy, right?
Do we need hypnosis on grandpa? Or are we just using it for soft touch memes?
I don't know. It seems really interesting. But we might not need hypnosis on Grandpa because Grandpa's job is to just come in and blast things, right?
Yeah, it's going to turbo and then hyper everything to
But
death.
having that option, right? Because it's fast. That's the big deal, right? This Grandpa will
Yeah, yeah,
definitely
yeah.
be fast. So like the hypno has the option. Like you won't use it most of the time, right? It's not just for soft touch memes, but like it's good at neutralizing a big threat that's slower than it, and a lot of things are going to be slower than it.
It could also be a very fast P jab.
I'm done with you. Okay, what item do we put on this?
Hand fan.
Oh right, duh. Okay, this one's easy. This is feather. Do you want to run Nox Bomb?
Do we need water coverage? Can we check? How is our water coverage?
Sounds
It's
decent.
okay.
I mean, let's just put
It's
Nox Bomb.
decent. What are we running? Tornado or
I like running Tornado just so that I can hit something that's like, Velocity Cernif or whatever, right? Or we
yeah?
could run
Tornado seems good
Humiliating
here.
Slap.
I mean, honestly, it's not an actual bad idea here because Tuvine is going to be. You can just spec your Tuvine to be a little bit faster than your Kets users, and since they're not getting synergy, it's not that much investment.
Maybe.
Like Raikan is very likely just running at almost base speed. Koi's just going to be a little faster, maybe like 110.
Yeah, but that's 65 speed. So yeah, maybe Humiliating Slap isn't terrible.
Yeah, and if you're getting turboed by both your Tateru and your grandpa, you probably don't need the priority on Tornado, which is more often than not why you get Tornado.
Well, I get Tornado for the special attack part,
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
right? Like, so that you
just
can
so
hit
you don't
Velocity
hit.
Cernif.
Velocity.
Yeah, exactly. Velocity Cernif. Okay,
All right.
let's take a look at team coverage. It seems like we hate Salad Stall is the name of this team. Salad Stall can go die is the name of this team. We have nothing that quote-unquote beats wins. I think our biggest problem is fighting Barnch. So obviously every team can't just beat everything, right? Or else that team would be the best. So here are your top...
Yeah.
We'll analyze this team afterwards, but we're going to give you guys like the top 3 bans and your top 3 picks. Does that make sense? So we're going to give you like 3 Tems that are biggest threats to this team, and that's what you should ban. And then we are going to give you like the 3 Tems that you basically always need to quote-unquote pick if you can, right? Because they're integral to the strat or whatever.
I mean Tateru because that's what we're building around.
I mean, not always, right?
That's true. Honestly, I don't think this team has a very specific. I have to get this stem in or else I lose because there are so many options for it.
Right. I mean, that's the good thing about this kind of team, right?
Yeah.
Definitely Tateru though, because okay, let's look at team coverage first. We are really weak to wins, but it doesn't matter.
I don't think we're actually weak to winds. It's just that our winds cannot be hitting other winds. That's it.
Right.
Like Tateru hits winds perfectly fine. The only reason why it's red there is because it has Stone Ball.
Oof. Okay.
Like Tateru doesn't actually have a problem against winds. You can just perfect jab or noxious bomb them. Oh, we actually haven't finished our TVs for Tateru.
All right. Whoops, Tateru.
Honestly,
defense,
maybe
special defense.
maybe this one is just up to you guys. Like it could go into defense, it could go into special defense. It really depends on what matchups you want the starter to go into and win.
Okay, but no,
Like
that's a cop out.
like
You
we
can't
were
just say
thinking,
that. Tateru is the central point of the team. So we
yeah,
analyze the
we
team
were
and we see
saying
where
it
we
a
need it.
while ago for Ukama, right?
Yeah, but we
So
also
if
need to
that's the case,
spec it against Koish, right?
yeah, that's Ketsa Fire Koish.
Yeah, of course. Traits, Energy Master, Gear, Fire Chip. I'll just assume the worst.
Please don't get two shot. No, it barely just gets two shot.
I mean, I haven't
So
even
you
put
can just-
Tateru in yet. What are you talking
Oh,
about?
wait, what was that? Oh, okay, it doesn't get two shot even at 0 HP.
Even at 0 investment, we don't get. But that's without Synergy Master. So
Oh, put the Synergy Master Fire Chip in. Okay, 64. That's a huge spike.
but we don't get 2-shot if we have our HP.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think maybe we just want special defense if that's the case, because the only thing that threatens you are mentals and I guess maybe Ukama.
All right, so we max stat on special defense for sure.
Yeah, I don't think you need any speed. Do you want to invest the 1 point into stamina?
What? I mean, why?
Because 81 is a stamina breakpoint.
Oh, that's true. That's true. But do we need? Does he use that much stamina? P-Jab doesn't
Look
use
at
that.
Stone Ball, dude.
But P-Jab doesn't use that much stamina. We're not gonna be spamming
P-Jab-
Stone Ball.
P-Jab is decent. It's like 19, I guess. What is it?
We can check. It's
Oh
15.
my god. Tateru can run Tenderness.
Wait a minute. No, we don't need that. Colossity Cerny will just die to these two things.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, Colossity Cernif is more likely to die to your Volran and Grandpa than it is to die to your Kets users.
It doesn't matter. The Quetzal users can like 2 to 3 shot it. The Wind boys can like 2 to 3 shot it. It doesn't matter. It's gonna die. Okay, it's gonna die.
Oh no! Like, as a person who's used Cernif and other salad stalls, you're not getting two shot by Raikan.
Even with like
Not even Koish.
not
Not even Koish.
not even like with 2 rival stacks.
I mean, with prideful stacks, obviously, but if you're running head to head in the opener, Raikan versus Cernif, you can actually just Shy Shield turn 1 and you're not going to die. Then you just revitalize turn 2 and you're still not going to die. By then, you have 3 Colossity.
Right. Well, of course, at that point you don't hit the Cernif. Then you just hit the other slot.
Yeah,
and
you
kill
don't.
it.
Yeah, you at that point give up on the Cernif.
I mean, no,
It's
like
a
to
lost
begin with,
fight.
just give up on the Cernif. Just kill the other
Yeah.
slot.
Yeah.
The best part of killing Cern is Folgers in your cup. I don't know, man. Just kill the other slot, okay?
Well, that is the case if it's a Colossity Cernif. If it is a Settling Cernif, go for that first.
Well, you'll
You
find
do
out
not
on
want-
after the first turn, but you can still kill the
Yeah,
other
you
slot.
will.
Kill the other slot,
Yeah.
right? And then it will be like, ooh, settling, and then kill it.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, what's it gonna do? Water cutting Lily, my freaking Tateru? You know what I mean? Like,
Hey, how much does a Water Cutting Lily do to Tateru?
okay, let's check. Does Cernif run how much attack?
200 roughly. That's a rough estimate.
I mean, okay, let's just look at worst case scenario. It's like the most damaging Cernif you've ever seen in your life, okay? Boom, 32%.
Yeah, you don't worry about that.
See, like, what's it gonna do against your Tateru, dude? Fine, just kill the other slot.
Yeah. Okay, so wait, did we finish TVs on Tateru?
Yeah, we just put all of it in special defense. But do you want to reach the stamina break point?
Yeah, I do think you want to reach the stamina break point here.
Okay, here's the thing. Let's just check how much the special defense gives us first before we even attempt, right?
Okama.
Yeah, just do Okama.
Yeah, do 500 special attack Barnchi as well.
Okay, let's see.
Kinu? Do we want to spec against Kinu? I think we do because we want to Nox Bomb it, just in case.
Yeah, okay. Let's check first with Aquatic Whirlwind. And if we have 200, how much did we put? 221. It brings it down. So that's 30.58.
Yeah, it barely matters. I don't think you need all 200 points because it'll still take 3 attacks from the Sukama to kill you.
Okay.
Water cannon.
No, but that's for
Aquatic.
Okama. Let's check for where it actually matters is when we get Kinud.
Yeah, Kinu and Barnchi.
How much specific special attack does the thing have so that it one-shot Scunch?
173.
Okay, that's in the final stat, right?
Yeah. No. It's 173 TVs.
Okay, cool.
That one I remember.
So it's just gonna do a beta. What an absolute beta. 46. If we do 221, it becomes 38. So it doesn't really change that much.
Yeah, it doesn't change that much.
But okay, let's check Barnchi.
Yeah, this one I think just put 500 in it.
Yeah, and then it does beta. Not that any of its abilities matter. Oh, this matters.
Okay, yeah. Well, actually, you can drop it for the stamina, and it'll still be right below 50.
Okay, let's check how much we need to get to the specific stamina breakpoint.
Probably like 11,
10.
10. And now you put everything else there. Oh wait, no,
Well,
you
no,
still
no.
you need attack.
Yeah, how much
How
attack?
much attack did you put?
278.
278.
Okay, and then this is 216. Hey!
Ugh, it's exact.
Poggy, dude, Poggy. All right.
Yeah, this TV set is looking really good.
Can we eke out anything else? Let me check.
Can we drop it?
We
Oh,
can
yeah.
drop it. We have 4 points.
Defense.
Special
please.
attack?
Please reach defense.
Nope, doesn't.
No.
Speed? No, doesn't. So there's nothing left.
Okay. Yeah, that's 4 points wasted, I guess.
It's fine. All right.
But yeah, this looks like a very good set in a team where it matters a lot.
Right. Let's talk about our 3 big fears. I have a big fear for Nagais. This team definitely does not like Nagais.
There is no doubt that Nagais is going to be the first ban for your team.
Alright, wait,
because
let's
not
save
only
this.
does it counter your 2 neutral Tems here, it counters your Tateru, it counters your Scunch, it counters your Raikan and your Koish because your Ketses are not going to deal any damage to Nagais either.
It's gonna make your entire turbo steam slow.
Yeah. And even with your 2 crystals that actually do threaten Nagais, they become slower than Nagais, so there's a possibility that Nagais just gets to run things over by setting up before you can hit it.
Yeah, it's just not a good proposition in my mind.
Yeah. But with no Nagais to ban, what else are you looking to ban?
Grumper.
Grumper. Because,
Like, we have checks for it, but, like, you know, that's only if Nagais and Grumper are on the same team, right?
Yeah. So we're looking to ban Grumper here because Grumper also just tanks a Ketset to the face quite well.
And then just Thunder Strikes you guys.
It will just use Thunder Strike against your Volrend and your Grandpa and your Koish, and it'll basically win that trade out. So you don't want that happening.
Even your Tateru will be really sad about it, is my point.
I mean, with 216 special defense, maybe not.
Oh, I mean, we could just check. Oh, this didn't load it. But we just have Tateru here with 500 HP and 216 special defense. Thunderstrike doesn't deal that much, but we don't have the special attack yet.
500.
Yeah.
Wow, that's not much either.
That's
4
good.
hits.
Tateru at least is able to deal with it.
That 216 actually did reach the breakpoint. Now it takes 4 hits rather than 3 hits, but you know, this isn't going to be a matchup that lasts long. You want to kill Grumper in the first 2 to 3
Oh,
2 turns, basically.
if you um oh my god, I think you beat Grumper. I think
Do
you
you
can
double?
solo Grumper with Tateru. I
Do
think.
you double? Oh wait, no, dude. You P jab Stoneball. Oh, oh.
And then
You P
Stoneball.
jab first for 30%, and then you Stoneball when it's defense low.
Yeah, you kill it.
Okay, nice. So it looks like our Tateru is also anti-Grumper tech.
Does that mean Grumper's not a big ban anymore?
Honestly, Grumper's still a little scary, but maybe it doesn't deserve number 2. What else would deserve a slot
Okay, well
that
maybe it
high?
deserves number 3 then.
I think Ukama. I think Ukama.
Doesn't Bird just handle Okama?
Which bird?
In Doctor Healing, not 2 HKO.
Ah, yeah. It gets one inductor off, I think. Unless, yeah, I think Stoneball might actually become slower if it Thunder Strikes again. So that gives it an extra 16% HP. I guess it won't be a 2-hit KO. So you have to double in on the second turn.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. It is a 2-hit
Yeah, but
KO if Grumper gets burned.
yeah, it's not gonna get burned. It's Chamomile. Grumper literally just does not run any other item at this point.
Yeah, okay,
If
that's
you're running
unfortunate.
Grumper, Chamomile is going on it.
It's unfortunate that yeah, let's just reset everything. So Thunder Strike into Perfect Jab. Let's just double check everything. Let's just double check the math. So there you go. Why does it get exhausted? That's Chamomile. Whatever.
Wait, does it already deal 29.5? Shouldn't its defense still be like 0 rather than -1? I'm not sure. Does the defense apply down? The defense down applies after, right? Not before.
Right. No, yeah. So we're just dealing 30. How much does Inductor heal?
Oh, no, you're dealing 22.5.
Why are we dealing
Oh wait,
22.5?
you're not. You haven't added HP. It's not going to be a 2-hit kill.
It doesn't matter then. So Grumper still definitely is high.
Yeah. It'll take you a double in, but at least now we know that it's not as scary as we thought it was. Wait, actually, I think maybe a stone ball plus a water cannon from Koish can still kill it.
I mean, that's a lot of extra steps.
No, it's not. Because you're running Koish plus Tateru anyway as an opener.
I
That's
mean,
not extra steps. That's just your opener.
eh,
Just run Stone Ball and then Water Cannon. And you didn't add War Drum. Thank you for pointing that out, chat.
yeah. Hey, where's Wardrum? Boom. It's still not gonna 2-hit KO it.
Ah, that's true. It's 45.
It deals 60, and then if we do regular
Wait,
P
it
jab.
doesn't, it doesn't deal 60 because you did not do P jab.
No, okay. Regular P jab deals basically 18%, right? And then if we do Stone Ball afterwards, and then I decrease the defense, it's 64 or 65. So it doesn't.
What we actually wanted to know here is if we did Stone Ball plus Water Cannon opening, if it could kill the Grumper before it could even get a turn off.
Okay, without P
But
jab,
I
it's
don't think-
45%.
Yeah.
Koish.
Water Cannon is definitely not going to be dealing 60, 30, like 55%.
Nope, it's not. Nowhere near.
Yeah.
And it's not
Oh,
like
it's
you're gonna
40.
invest special attack into your Koish, right?
40.66. It's so close.
No.
Oh,
Don't.
wait, no, it's not. Actually, that's 55.
Just
It's
ban
not
it.
close.
Just
No,
ban it. Just ban it. Okay.
It's just number 2.
Nagai
Maybe
Ice, Grumper, and I was kind of scared of Barnchi, but not anymore. So
Why are you not scared of Barnchi? Because we have a mix and a 2-1?
yeah. So I was
Yeah,
scared.
even the Ketsu users can deal with Barnchi well enough, honestly.
Yeah, and I'm not even scared of Kinu because Ketsu users.
Yeah, you have 2 Ketsu users and 2 crystals. Kinu is nothing to be scared of.
and Mix has Cage, so like you can just Cage and then kill Kinu. It's great.
I think you want to ban Ray's third. Actually, you might want to ban Ray's second.
Raise, interesting. Sounds about right. Because
I think Ray's second. Ray's second.
he resists your fires. He makes you guys too slow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a turbo team, you do not want to be going slow.
Right.
I actually think it's higher priority than Grumper.
Okay. Because Grumper just ruins you, but you can just whittle it down, right?
Yeah. And the problem with Raze is that it's also a fire type, so not only does it resist your Ketsas, it'll also deal it'll deal effective damage against your 2 crystals.
I
I
feel
mean, you have ways of dealing with Raze still, with Tateru and Water Cannon.
right.
P-Jab plus Stone Ball, I guess, can work.
What are our linchpins in this team? Koish?
Yeah, I think you basically want one of your Kets users. It has to be one or the other.
Right. Koish
And you have
Raikan.
to know you have to note that these two play very differently. Koish is a really strong opener. So what you want to do with Koish is you want to keep it in the field and hit as many things as possible. As compared to Raikan, where your goal is to get Raikan a prideful stack so that it can basically snowball after that.
Right.
So Koish, you can basically go ham with it. You just want to keep hitting. Raikan, you have to be a little bit more conservative because you want it to carry you later into the game.
Yes. Quick question. I know the last slot should be one of these two, but I don't know which.
Does it have to be one of those two?
I'm pretty sure.
I mean, you could also run if Ketsa doesn't seem like a good strategy going in. Like for example, they're running a lot of Earth Tems or a lot of Fire Tems, then maybe you just run a Turbo team. You have 2 hypers. Which also does mean that Tateru is one of your very important picks because it is one of your Turbo Korean.
So it's Bird. Okay, good to know.
Is it Bird? Well, I guess if there are mentals, you want one of your crystals in. Likely the 2 Vine. If it's
no, here's the thing.
Here's
the thing. You're thinking a bit too deep about this point. Here's my point. Apropos of literally nothing, you don't know what the enemy team is. You're blind picking into an enemy team. Which 3 Tems do you want on your team? Go.
Koish, Tateru, and
part of me says mix.
Actually, I was about to say Bowlerand.
Bowlerand also works. So here,
Koish, Tateru, Bowlerand. Koish, Tateru, 2 Vine actually doesn't sound bad either. I think 2 Vine is actually the middle ground between Bowlerand and Mix.
but we have to pick one, and it's Bird, right? It has to be Bowlerand, right? Right?
Yeah, the problem with this top 3 is that it's weak to electric, but that's it.
And that's why we're banning Grumper.
Yeah, it's a very strong start that you've got with these 3 as your main picks.
Right. So there you go. And this is the Tateru team. Wow, what a workshop, Keeks. What a workshop. I'm really excited. I actually have a large majority of these stems.
Aside from the Tateru.
I already have the Koish, the Raikan, I don't have the Grandpa or the Mix. Never mind. I have like 3 of them missing. My bad.
Yeah, I don't have a Puppet Master Mix either because I'm too scared of the TVs that I have to invest in it. It's very specific.
Right, it's very specific. But regardless, this is the team. So quick recap of how the team works. Tateru is the central point of this team. It fulfills 2 roles because there are 2 sub-strategies in this team. You have your aggressive Quetzal Fire P-Jab team, which is these 4. And then you have your Turbo team, which is these 2, plus this.
Even 2 Vine, honestly. 2 Vine does
sure.
one as well.
Sure. So that 2 Vine has a little bit of intersect with the P-Jabber team because it has a humiliating slap. So if you need to bring it in, you need to bring it in. Mix and 2 Vine serve as counters to Mentals and Electrics. And Scunch serves as a counter to specifically Grumper, but it's also just Scunch.
Yeah, it's Scunch. Like, if you're scared of Scunch's mental weakness, don't be. Just go ham.
Yeah, literally just, hit them with whatever and then just die.
Like, you know what? Do the calculations for Scunch versus Barnch. Hit it with a Savage Suplex.
Okay. I mean, I just assume
with
500
your
attack,
with
right?
your 500 attack Resi badge.
Gear, Resi badge. Trait, Brawny, Technique,
And Savage Suplex.
Savage
And then
Suplex against a
there
Barnch.
were this Barnchi is going to be likely like 250 HP because it's the Wall Breaker type, and
Hey,
it's
you still
going
deal
into
50% to it, dude.
yeah, that's resisted damage.
So that means if it didn't resist it, it would die.
Yeah, Scunch is just that strong. This is supposedly a Scunch counter, and it almost dies.
I mean, I bet even Kinu would be real freaking sad to eat this. Oh my god, look at that. 62%. I mean, like, I assume Kinu has, like, the 300 HP stat. You still deal around 50% to Kinu, which is supposedly one of your...
500.
500
500
HP.
HP.
My bad. Dude, 43% against a hard counter. Like, literally, Kinus are built to hard counter you. And you still deal 43%.
Yeah. Actually, maybe we should just run Ninja. Maybe.
Oh no, here you go.
Well, everyone, you have the option to take Oshi out and just run Ninja. Just so you know. I
Right.
actually think Oshi is the odd man out here.
Sure. Oshi can be replaced with Ninja. That's fine.
Like, if you want strong melee damage, I think Haito can fulfill it to an extent. It's obviously not as strong as Oshi, but Haito has utilities.
It,
And
it makes it
utilities
sleep. It's the same thing, right?
utilities that you can abuse with Tateru.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, that's a small synergy as well. Tateru has soft touch. We have a hypnosis here. We have a Haito here. We have a hypnosis here. So you can get some value out of your hypnosis with Tateru's soft touch ability. So that seems to be...
Oshi was definitely for killing Grumper, but we figured that you can't actually kill Grumper with a single Oshi. You still need to double in.
Yeah, so just
Right?
ban it.
If we did the math correctly.
Yeah. We deal like 80 something to Grumper. It doesn't
And
kill
to be
it.
fair, it's still number 2 in our bans list.
Yeah, so just ban it, right?
Honestly, I was thinking Gulder was going to be a decent ban because Gulder is such a big wall to go up against, but then you have 3 wins. It's not gonna be a problem.
Also, just ignore Gulder. It literally does nothing and kill everything in the other slot. What are you talking about? Gulder's only a real threat if the
Gulder is a threat to your Raikan and your Koish.
I mean, no, not to your Koish, because Koish will literally just blast like 2 holes in the enemy team and then die. And that it's done its job. Raikan, sure.
Oh, no. I've gone up against Gulder as Koish, and Koish will just get blasted in turn 1. It dies.
To
It will almost just instantly die to a Gulder's Toxic Ink.
Is that how freaking soft Koish is? Wow.
I mean, it really depends on like the TV spread that you're running, but if you're going to be running a decently fast Koish, then you're basically in danger of dying turn 1. If there's a decent double in on the other Tem, it can just die from Toxic Ink plus whatever attack it has to run.
Yeah,
on the
but
other side.
again, this all doesn't matter now because we have 3 wins.
Yeah, it also doesn't matter because no one in the right mind will pick Gulder when there are 3 win Tems on the field. And if they do, just don't run Koish. Just run your win Tems.
Yeah, that's the point of having 2 strategies built in one, right? And the linchpin that you have an overlap, like Tateru overlaps and Tuvine slightly overlaps as well.
Like honestly, as long as their opponent is not running 3 mentals, if you're blue side, just pick Tateru first.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Because Tateru is always going to be useful no matter what composition you end up in. I mean, and that's...
Can you handle Turok? Turok is going to die to it'll take a bit of perfect jabbing, honestly. We still have water cannon, we still have mix with some if Turok I believe doesn't one-shot mix, or at least we can spec a mix that doesn't die to a stone ball. So if Mix gets into Puppet Master, it can just kill Turok because Turok's defense is high. Wait, no, actually its HP is high.
Okay,
But
here's also my other point. I doubt that there is a team that runs Naga Ice, Turok, or Turok Raise. You know what I mean? Like, Turok could just probably be ban 4, is my point. Just ban it.
Yeah, and to be fair, you're never going to run into a team that runs both Raise and Nagais because they're actively detrimenting each other's game plans.
Right, but like, so my point is just, if we do get banned in that realm, we ban Turok too.
Yeah, Turok is a decent ban for this team to put in as well. Will it be higher priority than the others? I don't think
I
so.
don't think so, because you can just whittle it down. It doesn't like necessarily ruin your whole team, I guess. Yeah, because Tateru can tank some of it. For sure. And the winds
Actually,
can tank some of it.
Tuvine can't hurt it, but Tuvine can support whatever is hurting it.
Right. I'm saying, like, Grandpa doesn't really die against Turok, right? Just bring
And
out
Turok is
Grandpa.
also not gonna deal any damage if you hit a Tox Bloom on it, honestly. From the experience I've had against Turok, if it gets hit by a Tox Bloom, the Stone Balls are no longer worth it. It's a 29 stamina attack, and it's not gonna be dealing that much damage anymore if it gets hit by a Tox Bloom.
Dude,
So
Tox Plume
it's
is
not,
so good. Love this move. It's like, hey, what if I can tenderness the entire opposing team? It's genius.
yeah, tenderness, deal damage, and poison.
Oh my god, so good. All right, so that's the team, everybody. Hopefully you liked it, and hopefully you liked this episode of 1Tricks. We tried to make Tateru work, so maybe, just maybe, we see Tateru ruin the meta game. No, I don't think so, but
It we ruined the metagame, but when you look at this team, it looks very solid. It doesn't look like a meme team, honestly. It looks like a strong competitive team that you can honestly run in ladder.
right. And and that's kind of the point of 1Tricks, right? It's not to run a meme team. It's to try to make a strategy actually viable, right? So like
Yeah.
when somebody says run a freeze comp, I'm not just gonna put like 4 freeze stems in there and call it a day, right? That's a meme team. So
We've seen it happen though.
but that's the point, right? So Tateru found a niche for it. It's support, and I don't think anything can support it. Can support the way that Tateru is supporting both of these two strategies, right?
Yeah. Tateru here is actually fulfilling a very specific purpose, and it's very good at doing that.
Right. And it's partially because of the access to P-Jab, Turbo Choreo, Stone Ball, and Noxious Bomb, while also having these amazing big stats that makes it so hard to kill.
Yeah, and do note that this is just one of the possible things you can do with Tateru. Given its huge move set, this isn't the only team you can run. We could basically do another 2 episodes on Tateru with a completely different lineup.
I
Given
do think this
it
might
just
be
has
the
that
strongest
thing.
Tateru, though.
I do think so. Yeah, this is a very strong set.
Right.
There's
So,
arguments for Cage, there's argument for Sacrifice, but this looks pretty solid.
right. I mean, I could probably drop, I would drop Nox Bomb, maybe, for, like, Sack or Cage, but, like, it's not a big deal. You know what I mean?
Oh, actually, since we're not running Major Slash, we don't. Our 278 attack breakpoint no longer matters.
Oh, you're right. Do we just replace
Yeah,
Nox?
because we were doing the Nox Bomb Major Slash combo onto Kama.
Uh-oh.
So basically, just double it in. It can't. We
Wait,
figured
so
that now you.
do we need to just remove our investment in attack then? And just invest
No,
it
no.
more into special defense?
Look, you're going to enter the Golder problem if you take away your attack. And that's just that you're going to be inside the field and you're not going to be exerting enough pressure because you don't deal any damage.
Okay, do we really need Stone Ball?
Stoneball is there to counter other Ketsa users, but do we need more Ketsa user counters? Kind of.
So, do we need Nox Bomb?
Do we
I-
just want to run Major Slash instead of Nox Bomb?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Nox Bomb honestly is kind of sad because Nox Bomb doesn't actually counter salad teams.
So I think
Because-
Major Slash is actually just better.
Yeah. It looks like Major Slash here takes the cake rather than Nox Bomb. Although, as we said, Tateru has so many moves that feel free to just change it up.
No,
as you please.
don't just cop out like that, man. This is the set. Run it if you want to run it with this team.
Yeah, this is a strong set.
Yeah. Okay, let me just double check the breakpoints on our attack now.
Wait, no, you have to run Nox Bomb and Major Slash for that specific tactic to work.
No, I'm just saying, what if we just P-jab into Major Slash into the Okama? Does it just do the
It's
same
not
thing?
gonna die. It's not gonna die.
I mean, we can check. Okay.
Okay, run your war drum.
Yeah. Just chill, just chill. Okama has how much health?
410, I think, was our last breakpoint.
It runs 410 TVs. Cool.
Yeah, TV.
And we are gonna do P-jab. So P-jab, how much damage do you do? 11.55. Major Slash, how much damage do you do? Defense -1. Oh, it's not enough. That's rough.
It's quite strong still.
You deal
Definitely not
74.
It's not the Nox Bomb combo, but given that you've opened up a P-jab, your partner can deal a little bit more damage.
Okay, does the Stone Ball matter for Quetzal users? Who's a Quetzal user we want to hit? Fire Koish? I typed Fire Koish instead of just Koish.
Oh, wait, actually, Nox Bomb counters Fire Koish. Stone Ball counters Raikan.
Okay, let's check Raikan then. And whether, because here's the thing, right? If the Stone Ball doesn't even do that much into Raikan, then we can just get rid of it for Nox Bomb. It does 60.
That's a lot.
No, but it doesn't have HP yet. Chill.
Oh, okay, let's see.
44.
That's...
Versus if we just did Nox Bomb on it. 17.
That's a huge difference.
Yeah. But if we just P-jab and Major Slash, right? P-jab does 8.7. Major Slash does... Boom. Sorry, we need to decrease the defense. 50. So you deal like 60-something% if you Major Slash it afterwards. Okay, what does Stone Ball do? Okay, yeah, Stone Ball definitely like deals more damage, but not that much more.
I don't think we get rid of Perfect Jab.
And we can't get rid of Perfect Jab.
Yeah, Perfect Jab is a very strong part of this combo. This five move syndrome, honestly.
Oh, does this? Yeah, and we can't get rid of Turbo. Definitely not.
Yeah, this seems like the set. I think Nox Bomb is a little more situational. Major Slash will just deal damage to basically anything it goes up against aside from mentals.
How about Kinu?
Kinu Nox Bomb.
Yeah, we need to check the Kinu Nox Bomb. 82%, dude.
Oh no, it's 500 HP.
Oh, sorry, I forgot.
Either way.
57% though.
Yeah, that's huge. That's a 2-kill. That's a 2-hit kill.
I actually legit think the Stone Ball isn't that good. Because the only thing it's hitting is literally Raikan.
I mean, it also hits everything like it hits other things neutrally for strong damage and a burn. Do know that you're running your Tateru right beside Koish and Raikan, so
do fire gems. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, then that means we don't need this damage. We don't need the specific attack.
Oh, and if you're going up against Kinu's gonna die to kits, not the...
Yeah. Wait, no, here's the real question then. What specific attack TVs do we need?
I think 278 is... I think our current TV spread, I don't have a problem with.
Right. I guess it's fair. It's just think of it the reverse. You need the most HP possible. This reaches a break point. This reaches a break point. So just pump the rest into attack because that's the other thing you need to do. Right.
I don't think the attack itself needs to reach a break point. It just has to be as strong as your TVs can possibly handle.
Yeah. So it seems like...
I think...
Yeah. Geeks, I agree with you. You're a smart man. How many attack TVs to 2-hit Raikan? That's a lot. Let me double check. To 2-hit a Raikan with 500 HP. Oh, dude, you would need like... sorry, this is Nox Bomb, not Stone Ball. Yeah, you would need 500.
You need all of it.
I don't think it's worth it. If you're that scared of Raikan, just run Koish and then water cannon into it, you know?
Yeah. Or just use Hunch and just P-jab it as well. P-jab it, this Savage is going to hurt this Raikan quite a lot.
Right, right,
Or honestly, you could just hyper it as well. Like, you have a lot of options with this team.
right. So I think this is the set. I don't think we can keep analyzing it more and more and more. We'll just keep going like, what in this situation, etc., etc. That's just the power of Tateru. I think one of the big advantages of Tateru is that people don't know what set it runs because it can run so many.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's part of your advantage. And people don't think that's a big advantage, but it is a big advantage because if you're like, here's the thing, right? You see Koish pop up on the field, you know all 4 of its move slots. So you can never be surprised by Koish, right? But you can always be surprised by Tateru. And in Temtem, like, you know, your opponent making one miscalculation could spell the difference between you winning and them losing, right?
And it definitely does open up the whole power of Tateru, where your opponent thinks you're running one of its moves, even though you're not. So maybe they won't run their Fire Koish in because they're scared of a Nox Bomb, which isn't even on this set.
Right, exactly. So I think that's one of the biggest strengths of Tateru, and I think this team abuses that quite a bit. And we have Major Slash, Perfect Jab, Stone Ball, and Turbo Choreography. So as much as we'd love to keep going on and talking about this team and, you know, filling up the TVs, that's the time for today, Keeks. Did you enjoy making this team?
Yeah, first episode, very good team, honestly, and a very good tem. Tateru is one of my favorite tems, and I'm glad that this is our first episode.
Yeah, biased. Is this why you picked Tateru in the start of the episode? Because you have a Tateru of your own?
The chat picked Tateru.
All right. So thank you everybody for watching the first episode of 1Tricks, where we do our best to make your favorite tem or strategy viable. As usual, it's been me, your host, Marco DeSantos, also known as the Mechanicritic, and with me has been the ever-amazing Tateru 1Trick.
Oh, just for today, Tateru 1Trick BanditKeeks.
Don't forget to calculate your damage, and thank you so much. World of Temtem, thank you, and good night.